What's up, y'all? It's your boy Khalil, and I'm back with another video. Uh, Today we gonna be talking about what is next for Solo and what is next for this new version of this bloodline. So, I was gonna do a video about this Tuesday, but I forgot about I forgot about that because I was too basically so focused on other stuff, things like that. But yeah. Yeah. So I forgot about do this video with me, so yeah. So, but I'm supposed to do a video Monday or I think it was Sunday. I was supposed to do a video about I was trying to do my prediction of Raw on Netflix debut and stuff like that. But I didn't get a chance to do it because I mean I didn't want to do it because it was just a PO. It was just a Raw. It wasn't. I mean it felt like a PLE, but it really wasn't. At the same time, it was just like But anyway, what I want to talk about is Soul Dakota. What is that for Soul Dakota? We know that Solo had lost, lost against Roman in the trial combat match for the Ula Father. And now Solo is not the tribal chief anymore. He doesn't have that power anymore. The power got took away from him. The power got took away from Roman. And you gotta give Solo his flowers. You have not flower. You have to give Solo. We all have to give Solo a credit. This man been doing this ever since Roman was going, ever since he lost against Cody at WrestleMania 40 for the Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania 40 last year. When Roman was going after WrestleMania, Solo was taking over the bloodline. You gotta give this man his flowers, man. Solo was in the NXT. He was in NXT, Street Fighter, all of that. Got to the main roster. He was silent, things like that. He was like a silent Solo. And now we got this tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. And I think to me, it's just like, Solo did his own thing, though. He's got the Ula follow. The whole story from last year, a couple of months ago, the whole story was about the Ula follow. And basically tried to act like he was Roman. And then he actually, after Roman had lost the Undisputed Universal Championship against Cody, he told Paul Heyman it was like Mania after SmackDown. He told Paul Heyman that winning and losing are consequences. Basically, that Roman lost the Undisputed title. Jimmy lost against Jay. So basically, he kicked Jimmy out the bloodline, replaced Jimmy, the Tabatato replaced Jimmy. Jimmy got kicked out of the bloodline by Solo. Or bootleg Jimmy out of the bloodline. Then, a couple of months later, the down storyline, they brought Tana Lola in. Then they brought Jacob Fatu. Then, basically, stole the Ula Fowler. Want Paul Heyman to acknowledge him as tribal chief, just like Tana Lola and Jacob acknowledged Solo. But Paul Heyman didn't want to acknowledge Solo because Solo was not his tribal chief. So they basically kicked Paul Heyman out of the family, basically destroy him, do the announce table. And then after that we have Solo. Now Solo went against Cody for the Undisputed Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam. Basically, it made sense because it was a teaser of his return. Remember, Solo was basically calling him out, disrespected him, saying that he's the new Roman Reigns, saying that he's the new tribal chief. Then Roman Reigns return basically cost Solo the Undisputed Universal Championship against Cody. Basically cost him. And then, now you want to say Solo lost. It's because of, Roman had returned, basically cost him the title. Cost Solo the title. The champion, the title match against Cody. Then, Solo lost again against Cody at the SmackDown season premiere when it was in that steel cage match. Solo lost against Cody again, twice. So now, this is where the whole thing where Roman returned. Then at Bad Blood, when Solo was teaming up with Jacob to go against Roman and Cody, Roman got pinned. Not Roman. Solo got pinned by Roman because of the return of Jimmy Uso. The man that Solo kicked out of the bloodline since the Friday after, the SmackDown after Mania, where he kicked him out the bloodline and basically put him on the shelf for 6 months. Then Solo got pinned by Roman. Then we got teased with this OG bloodline versus new bloodline, where Solo, top of title lower, cost Jay the Intercontinental Championship. After where Jay was on SmackDown, basically confronting Solo about, hey, you're supposed to unite the family. You talk about uniting the family. I did my own thing. I left the bloodline. I left the family to become my own man. And not only that, I became the Intercontinental Champion. So all of that said, Solo tried to recruit Jay. Jay didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't want nothing to do with it. Until they went to, they cost them a couple days or 3 days later. They cost Jay on Monday Night Raw when Jay had that, when Jay would go against Brock Breaker to basically defend the Intercontinental Championship. Solo, top of title, and Jacob was on Raw, basically cost Jay the match, but Jay didn't want help from Solo. He didn't want help from Tongas. Jacob screwed Jay over, basically cost him the Intercontinental Championship. Then, after that, a couple days later, Jay cost the Tongas the Tag Team Championship against, I think, the Machine Guns. I forgot what they're called. But those tag team guys that were from TNA. So basically, he cost the Tongas the tag team titles. Then we went on to have the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline at Crown Jewel. Jay, Jimmy, Roman, the OG Bloodline versus Solo, the Tongas, and Jacob, the new Bloodline. Solo pinned Roman at Crown Jewel. Then we had War Games, where the new Bloodline had Bronson Reed as the 5th guy. Then the OG Bloodline had the 5th member of their guy. They were trying so hard to find the 5th member, but they couldn't find a 5th member because some of the guys that Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy were trying to get them on their side. But it had nothing to do with this because, remember, all the things that Roman did to them for the past 4 years, where he basically, for the past couple of years when he was a heel, he basically tried to end their career. He basically was trying to end their career. All of that. And now we had CM Punk. Paul Heyman returned. Then CM Punk was the reveal as the 5th member for the OG Bloodline. And basically we know CM Punk was a 5th member of the OG Bloodline because of what Solo and the new Bloodline did to Paul Heyman a couple months later. I mean, not a couple months later, a couple months ago. Where it was at the Madison Square Garden, that day when Paul basically got kicked out the bloodline. So basically got kicked out. So that's how Paul came back and got his revenge on Solo and the New Bloodline. Did war again, Solo and the New Bloodline lost against the OG Bloodline. Solo got pinned by Roman. Then it set up the match for the tribal combat with Roman versus Solo for the Ula Vala. Now, this past Monday, Roman beat Solo in the tribal combat, and Roman got his Ula Vala back. And he got his power back. He got the Ula Vala back. Solo doesn't have that power anymore. He doesn't have the Ula Vala anymore. So what's going to happen tomorrow on SmackDown? Is Jacob still going to love him? Is Tama still going to be by his side? Going to be his right-hand man? No. I think what we might get is that we might get something where Jacob and Tama will kick him out of the New Bloodline. And the only way is that is Solo is going to say that he acknowledged Roman. And Jacob is not going to like that. He's not going to acknowledge Roman. He's not going to acknowledge Roman. He's going to betray Solo. Because Solo's not the tribal chief anymore. He doesn't have the Ula Vala anymore. He lost. He's not the tribal chief anymore. He's nothing. And now Jacob or Tama are going to say, winning or losing, winning or losing is have a consequence, right? Losing is consequences. Have consequences. Remember Solo did tell Paul Heyman last year. SmackDown after Mania, when he did tell Paul Heyman, winning and losing does matter. Losing does have consequences. So that means, if Jacob as he say that, or Tama as say that, all we need to do is Jacob is going to replace Solo. Replace Solo, or have a new member of the bloodline to replace Solo. Is Solo going to get kicked out of the bloodline of the bloodline 2.0? All we are hearing Jacob to be saying, instead of saying I love you, Solo, he's going to be saying I hate you, Solo. And him and Tama is going to kick him out of the bloodline, and they're going to replace them with somebody else. And maybe you can start at having Solo being as a baby face. Start as a baby face, and maybe he can reunite with Roman and his brothers. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. I know people will be like, Sammy too, but I think Sammy probably not going to be involved. Because I think they're hard teasing that Sammy and Kevin Owens are going against each other. Maybe possibly this year at WrestleMania 41 this year. And even though some people don't be in the comments, don't be saying that we already had that match with them. They already had that match at WrestleMania, remember? It was 4 years ago? Yeah. But they can still run that back. Even though Kevin Owens hates. Remember, Kevin Owens was nearly going to cost Roman the cost of the match against Solo. To all the hatred is that Roman did to him the past few years ago, where Roman almost ended Kevin Owens' career. When Roman was the heel at that time. When Roman was the WWE Universal Champion at that time. But now it makes it, and now Cody had teamed up with Roman at Bad Blood, and that's how Kevin Owens got so mad and basically attacked Roman. Basically, almost about to nearly if Roman didn't get kicked out of two after Kevin Owens did a stunner and basically helped Solo pin Roman, I I mean, and then I think Solo would have been the new chop. He would remain at the tribal chief, but that didn't happen because after Kevin Owens stunner Roman Reigns, Solo pinned Roman, and even out with that, Kevin did help Solo, and then Solo pinned Roman 1, 2, but Roman kicked out of 2.5. Kevin Owens was mad about that. Then Bobby started beating him down, started stumping on him. Bobby used a pile driver on him. Then Cody came out and made the save and stopped KO for using the pile driver on Roman. So this is what this story is about. Because Kevin Owens, even though Kevin Owens is mad. He's mad about what the bloodline did to it, or what Roman did to him for the past, basically over a few years ago. So I think that we might, last him. Will we get Roman versus KO again? Not really. But they are teasing that Drew and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, they might have that create their own faction where they can take down the OG bloodline together, things like that. We will have to wait and see. We don't know. We know that Jay is on the poster for the Saturday night main events, so they might set up a match where we might get the OG bloodline versus maybe Drew, maybe Steph or whoever. But I don't know. We might get that. We might get that type of match where we might be at the Elimination Chamber or somewhere down the line. We don't know. But anyway, I think we are going to get this match even more. So, like I said, after that, I think Jacob and Tama will kick Solo out of the bloodline because he's no longer the tribal chief anymore. So they probably would have kicked him out of the bloodline and replaced them with somebody else. Who? We don't know. But both people are saying that maybe one of the Tongan's brother will debut on SmackDown and possibly will replace Solo after getting kicked out of the bloodline, out of the new bloodline. Maybe, I don't know. I think their brothers are possibly gonna be listed in the NXT roster. So I don't think he's gonna debut on SmackDown right away. There'll probably be somebody else that will probably be on SmackDown, will debut on SmackDown and replace them. Who knows? But now we might get a tease where Solo will be turning as a babyface. And if he say he acknowledged Roman, Tama and Jacob is not going to acknowledge Roman. Jacob is not going to acknowledge Roman. Because he only loves Solo, not Roman. He's the only person he acknowledges Solo. That's it. But Solo's not a tribal chief anymore. He doesn't have the Ula Bala anymore. He doesn't have the power anymore. So that means Jacob's gonna turn on Solo. And the only word he's gonna say, he's not gonna say I love you, Solo. He's gonna say I hate you, Solo. And he's going to kick him out of the new bloodline and replace him with somebody else. We'll have to wait and see, and then we might get Solo versus Jacob at WrestleMania 41. Possibly, or we might get Solo, the Uso versus Jacob, Tama Tonga, maybe the Tongans or somebody else. Who knows? But either way, I think WWE might go that route where Solo might turn babyface. Because he did say that he will not, if Roman take the Ula from him, he will acknowledge Roman. If this happens tomorrow on SmackDown, which we all know is going to happen tomorrow on SmackDown, if we all know he's going to acknowledge Roman, but then we know Jacob and Tama is not going to acknowledge Roman. They're going to kick Solo out, and they're going to replace Solo with somebody else. So we'll have to wait to see on tomorrow on SmackDown. Basically, it would be a good one, but who knows? But like I said, we'll have to wait to see tomorrow on SmackDown. We know Roman's not going to return in 3 weeks. I believe he's going to return on Raw on January 27th. I believe that's when the WWE 2K25 game come out. So I believe, because we did him and Paul did was talking and stuff like that. And then he did say something about January 27th. So I think he's going to return on Raw on January 27th. And basically, I think that's kind of like a couple of days before the 2025 Royal Rumble. So, because the 2025 Royal Rumble is next month. It's on January. Nah, I'm about to say January, bruh. February 1st, my bad. February 1st. So that's on a Saturday. So I think we might probably get I think he's probably gonna declare himself in the Royal Rumble, 2025 Royal Rumble, things like that. And we might get a acknowledgement ceremony, things like that. And we might get where Roman will declare himself 2025 Royal Rumble. I don't think Roman's gonna win the Royal Rumble. I can see John Cena or CM Punk winning the Royal Rumble 2025 Royal Rumble. We'll have to wait and see. Well, my only option would be John Cena winning it, because I probably will be surprised. But anyway, I don't think Roman's winning. I believe that maybe Jacob or the Titans will screw Roman over. Basically, like threw Roman out the ring or things like that. I see that happen. But yeah. But we'll have to wait to see on this Friday, or tomorrow on SmackDown, things like that, and see what is next for Solo and what is next for the new bloodline. Is Solo's gonna get betrayed by Tom? Is Jacob's gonna kick Solo out of the new bloodline and replace them with somebody else? Let me know. Comment down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And yeah, guys. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace.